Dallas gets destroyed. This is Strikeout Beer. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer podcast. I'm RD flying solo tonight. It has been a while, folks. A while. Ooh, what a Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. We're in the middle of October here. October 13th, actually. Yeah, Cowboys just lost to the Detroit Lions, pardon me. Detroit Tigers have been eliminated from the playoffs in MLB. But it kind of went, I'm not saying how we kind of thought it would, but that was a 47 point. I mean, it threw 47 points up on the Cowboys. I mean, that was crazy. So I am hot. I just came in from outside walking and whatnot. So it's time for a cold beer. And then we're going to talk about some stats, talk about some things that we noticed, recognized, whatever. Here you go. So I'm having Polliner Oktoberfest beer, the original from Munich Oktoberfest. That's what it says. It's 1 pint and 6% alcohol by volume. So let's get to cracking. Hope everybody's having a nice little day. I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're not really. But, I mean, I'm going to ask it multiple times throughout the stream. Did you think you were going to win this game? With the injuries, with the... I mean, this franchise is in total disarray from T to B, right? Top to bottom, starts... anyways. All right, let's get pouring. I'm thirsty. I had one of these earlier, and I was quite happy with it. It's very good, very good. We've had them on the show and stuff like that. This is an annual, a must buy, right? So it's there we go. Got Stars Cup on. Are they playing tonight? I don't know if they're playing tonight or not. They're off to a pretty good little start. They played last night. I remember seeing the alerts. I've had to pull like another TV into the room just to keep up with everything. You have baseball on, football, hockey, everything's going on. It's bonkers. So yeah, insane. Cheers to you. It's a holiday weekend too. So I was thinking about tying one on. Zara, how are we doing? What's up? How you doing? Yeah. Off tomorrow. Got to go play some golf, screw around a little bit with my brother and relax. But yeah, the Cowboys destroyed. Do you play fantasy? I do. We're a fantasy football podcast, but we split it off this channel and we put it into SB Fantasy Football. So it's not on Twitch though. It's on YouTube at the moment. SB Fantasy Football. I do play fantasy football though. I love it. It's a love-hate relationship, just like most things are. Yeah. I don't know how I did today, but yeah, no, we play PPR, Superflex. I'm in a standard league. Yeah, I do. I enjoy it. You play? But yeah, Cowboys get absolutely demolished, 47-9. I do full PPR at the bare minimum for me. That's the leagues I like to play in is full PPR. 47-9. Lions are now 4-1. Cowboys are at 500. They're 3-3. Lions came out, scored. The first quarter sucked. It was so boring. Lions put up 7. Cowboys put up 3, and then Lions go on a tear. Put up 20 in the second, 10 in the third, 10 in the fourth, and yeah, the Cowboys put up 3 field goals. I think I'm going to win and become 5-0. It's week 6, isn't it? You'd be 6-0 if you won. Is it week 5? Yeah, it's week 6. Yeah. If you won this week, you'd be 5-0 unless you started late. But congratulations. Yeah, it's quite an accomplishment, to be honest. I mean, unless you're like in I still think it comes down to like luck anyways, right? Even if like people talk crap about people who are in like 8 or 10 people team leagues, it still comes down to luck. A lot of times you can set, if everybody has all studs, think about it. Everybody has all studs. Someone's still going to win. Someone's still going to lose. Week 6, I say, oh, okay. I gotcha. Roger. Well, good deal. Like some leagues, I'm 3-2 at the moment, 2-3. Well, I'll tell you what, I started at like 0-2, 0-3, and I was like, oh no, I don't know what to do. And then, I was like, just chill out. The players will start getting everything right. And then, now I'm on the winning side of things. But yeah, Cowboys in Detroit, 47-9, unbelievable. Cowboys 3 field goals. There was like, all right, so kind of crazy stuff that happened throughout this game. Obviously, the Cowboys just looked terrible. Dak Prescott, 17 for 33, 178 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Cooper Rush came in, 8 for 11, 46 yards and an interception. They love throwing that ball to the other team. They really do. Unbelievable. Like, it's sad. For rushing at Rico Dowdle, 5 carries for 25 yards, averaging 5. I have no idea why there's anybody else. Now, I understand why Zeke was. I think Deuce Vaughn was inactive today, so Zeke had to play, but I don't know why Zeke's on this team. I don't know. Like, just bring in Dalvin Cook at this point. Zeke, 8 carries, 17 yards, 2.1 average. Turpin, he ran it once. So did Lamb, Rush, and Prescott. They all had at least one carry or a design carry. But yeah, it's Dowdle's backfield. It should be, at least. Which, averaging 5 yards, not bad, but he only got 5 carries. The game did get out of hand and it dictated something different, but it was awful. Receiving, Dak and CD. I don't know what's going to happen because Dak got paid. He's there. CD is not happy. I told everyone once Dak throws 2 interceptions, Cooper is going to end the game, and no one believed me. Well, they put Cooper in for like the last, I think they were down by 40 at that point. Or not 40, but 30 something. So they were like, well, why is Dak even in the game? And then, of course, he throws it right in the middle of the field. And yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, 36 to be exact. There you go. Yeah, it's like he's still in the game. And the announcers were even talking about, like, why is he still in the game? There's nothing to be won here. There's nothing to be had. Take away any positives. All you're going to do is get your star quarterback possibly hurt. And they took him out of the game, brought in Cooper Rush, but then left like Dowdle out there. I was like, it's unbelievable. So receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 7 for 89. You got Tolbert, 4 for 43. Dowdle, now he does catch balls out of the backfield, which is nice. He's 5 for 30. Turpin, 4 for 24. Brooks caught a ball. Flournoy caught a ball. He also coughed it up, too. I think the first ball he got, the only ball he got, he coughed it right up. And then Ferguson, 3 receptions for 11 yards. Yeah, I mean, CD and him are just not on the same page. And it's kind of sad, to be honest. Quite sad. Defense, don't really care. Defense really didn't even show up today anyways. Like, it was kind of pathetic. There's a lot of, I know they got injuries. I know it. There are injuries on both sides of the ball. They got problems. Slaps in the house. What up, brother? How we doing? Good to see Cowboys doing Cowboys things. I live down here in Dallas, and you've seen the meme, right? Where it's the circle, and it's like, this is our year. We them boys. Oh no, we're losing. Oh, don't worry, we made the playoffs. First round exit. Start back around. It's blah. Overshawn is a beast. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he had 3 tackles tonight and an assist. But with everybody else missing, and even when everybody was healthy, they couldn't stop the run. So that's what everybody does against Dallas, right? I mean, obviously the Lions didn't let up at all. And even threw a trick play in there, which was Bush League just BS, dude. When you saw it, you're like, oh my God, you're up by 30. Save the plays for when you need them, especially if it's like a trick play like that. Save the play. Why not? Why? Anyway, Turpin did pretty good at kick returns, 4 returns, 194 yards. He averaged 48.5, which is pretty good. I feel you, mate. The Dolphins toy with me all year, dude. If Tua's healthy and playing in a warm climate, he's good to go. If it gets a little chilly outside and it becomes like later in the year, nah, man, it sucks too. And I feel bad for him. Like, they did him, those 2 concussions, I believe it was last year. It was just ugly. It might have been the year before that. I don't know. But then this year, now he's supposed to be back, I think, week 8. So he'll be back before you know it. Yeah. Aubrey, 3 for 3, perfect like always. Long for 50. I got you 9 points. And then punting. They only did 2 punts, which is kind of crazy. He only punted twice. They had the ball a ton. And yeah, about that. Let's go ahead and flip it over to Lions, and then we'll look at some other team stats and things like that while we have our beer. That's the most important part, people. The cold beverage. Slap, how you been, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while, man. And I haven't been. I'm not blaming you on this either. I just haven't been around in a while. We've been busy with the fantasy football page, and then we played softball this past week. Everything always pops up on Wednesdays nowadays. Or now nowadays. Yes. Anyways, Lions passing got Jared Goff 18 for 25, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hooker came in the game at the end. He's 1 for 2, 19 yards. Rushing, Dave Montgomery, he had himself a day. He got things going, and I liked him when he was on the Bears. He won me fantasy championships, things like that. I love Dave Montgomery, right? I just hate that he has to split a backfield with somebody because he is a monster all on his own, and he could win you some serious hardware. He went 12 carries, 80 yards, had a 6.7 average, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12 carries, 63 yards, 5.2. Craig Reynolds carried the ball 6 times, 21 yards. And then you got Jameson Williams, Vaki, and Hooker. They all ran the ball once. Jared Goff had 3 runs. All good. I've not been around either. Just life these days. But loving checking on you boys when I can. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. Life, man. What's up, Fockers? What's up, Killer? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Just seeing how these Cowboy fans are doing, you know. The only undefeated team in my league. Oh, you are? Nice. Flex on that. For receiving for the Lions, you got Jameson Williams with the most yards. 3 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Khalif Raymond, 4 for 73. Tim Patrick had a hell of a game. 3 for 68. Almost got into the end zone. Fell 1 yard, one smidge short. Sam Laporta caught a ball today. 52 yards and a touchdown. That guy's. I was trying to explain that he would be a bust this year compared to where they were drafting him. They were drafting him as tight end 1. I'm like, well, he's not. He's going to regress. He can't have the same years he had last year. And I was absolutely correct. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 for 37 and a tutty. Jahmyr Gibbs caught 3 balls out of the backfield for 28 yards. Dave Montgomery he had 1 reception for 0 yards. Yeah, it was just like Goff was under pressure. He just tossed it over though. For some reason, they have Decker, Robinson, and Wright with 0 receptions for 0 yards, 0 average, and 0 touchdowns. Why even have these stats in there? Why don't you just have everybody in there now? You know what I mean? All the people that was backups had 10 plus points. Yeah. Crazy, huh? Defense, bad news, sports fans. Hutchinson, yeah, he broke his leg. If you haven't seen it yet, I wouldn't recommend watching the video. It's up on X where everything else is. But yeah, it looks like his leg slaps up against his other player. His leg is he's going for the sack. He's got his leg up where his knee or his leg's been at a 90-degree angle, and that between the knee and the ankle, it slaps in to his teammate's leg after kind of getting spun around type thing, and it's gruesome. Yeah, he's got to be done for the season. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. So, it's tough. It's tough to watch. You don't want to see that happen. You know, but damn. Then you also have to think like someone else went down shortly after, and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, why are these guys still in the game? You thought the same thing for for the Cowboys starters. I mean, you're getting your ass drummed. You're not what are you gonna do? You're not coming back, dude. You guys come back on terrible teams. The Lions aren't a terrible team. They're a good team. They're not bad. They're not great. They're good. So his leg was like a wavy, wacky, inflatable tube, and it was so gross. It was so gross, bro. It was. Jake Bates had 19 unanswered fantasy points. The dude's a kicking machine. He really is. Speaking of Bates, 4 for 4, long 48, he scored you 17 points, not in fantasy, but in real world. So he actually got more than that. But yeah, that was it. I mean, that's really all to write home about. I mean, Branch had 2 interceptions, which was crazy. Joseph had an interception. Whew. Dak was under pressure most of the day. The offensive line sucks. What are you gonna do? And they're all just getting fired up with each other. They're just fighting with one another. All right, let's do some team stats. We'll look at that real quick. Let me have a little sip. I'm getting a little thirsty. O-line sucks. Yep, it does suck. You know, I was trying to see if there's anything else. You know what? I didn't read the damn thing online because I remember when we had this beer on the live stream on Wednesdays. We usually go live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Even though it says 7 p.m. right there, we changed it. We're now at 8 because of football season, and we do SB Fantasy Football beforehand. But yeah, had it live on the show one night, and I was reading it. It was like a friggin' book, and I was like, no. I'm not reading 4 paragraphs. And no, I don't think 4 paragraphs are a book. I was exaggerating. Come on now. Jaden Daniels has a wonderful day and almost won. Yeah, that was the game to watch. I had that one up. I had the red zone on one TV, and I had that one on the other. And it was fun. The kid's got a future. Let's just say that. Kid's got a future. Watch out for Washington coming out of the NFC, making a little bit of, making the playoffs, obviously, and then maybe making some noise. We're going to take a look at the standings and whatnot, even though we do have Sunday night game tonight is the Bengals and the Giants, and then tomorrow the Bills and somebody play. We'll get to that. Total yards, Lions 493 versus Cowboys 251. Passing yards 309 for the Lions, 198 for the Cowboys. Rushing 184 for the Lions, 53 for the Cowboys. Yards per play 7.5 average for the Lions, 3.9 average for the Cowboys. First downs 27 versus 17. The Lions. Come on now. Third down efficiency, though, nothing really great here. 4 for 10 for the Lions, 3 for 13 for the Cowboys. Fourth down, Lions were 1 for 2, Cowboys 1 for 4. Total plays 66 for the Lions, 65 for the Cowboys. Can't say they didn't have the ball. They didn't have enough plays. They didn't, whatever. They ran one less play. Sacks allowed. Lions allowed 3, Cowboys allowed 4. No punts by the Lions. Both punts were by the Cowboys. Penalty yards, there were 8 for the Lions for 63 yards and 4 for the Cowboys for 30 yards. Fumbles lost, Cowboys 2. Interceptions thrown, 3 for the Cowboys. Time of possession, 34 minutes and 43 seconds for the Lions. 25 minutes and 17 seconds for the Cowboys. There you go. That's really it. So, everybody's jumping on X and they're like, oh, what's McCarthy's out and all that kind of stuff. It's like, you know what? It doesn't matter who you bring in here at this point because, one, when you're in the hiring process, you have to find a coach that will let Jerry be Jerry and interfere with all this kind of stupid shit and just be a total loony bin, And I don't know anybody that's a really good coach that wants that kind of headache, to be honest. It's like, is this a McCarthy issue? Well, injuries, you can't really do nothing about that. But, Dak looked like total garbage today. He got paid. Now he just sucks. He's good against bad teams. That's what you can say about a lot of these guys, a lot of these players too. It's like, they beat Pittsburgh and they were ready to start planning the parade route for the Super Bowl. Let's go back to the beginning of the season, shall we? Cowboys beat the Browns and boy, they were ready then. Turns out the Browns suck and everybody beats the Browns. Saints come into town, beat their ass 44-19. Ravens come into town, 3-point game, kept it close, but a lot of garbage time, a lot of closing in and BS on that one. And then they beat the Giants by 5, and then they beat the Steelers by 3. Giants suck. Steelers aren't that great either. They're still, they've got Justin Fields out there. They're figuring out. I actually like Justin Fields. So, and obviously they got the curb stomp today at home. I can't believe this. Last year, I don't think they lost. The only game they lost at home was in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Like that was a deal, like sealed. That's a deal. They're going to win at home. Not this year. They actually haven't won at home. Yeah, September and October. That's it. They won't be back in Dallas till November 10th. They got problems. They're on a bye week. They got a bye week. But going into the bye after getting your ass curb stomped, then you have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers, head down to Atlanta, take on the Falcons, host the Eagles. Eagles somewhat suck anyways. They're not having a great year. Sirianni's shaved his head. He's gone full Britney Spears. He's yelling at fans in the stands and us again. So that I think they have a chance to win that game, right? I don't think they're going to win against the Niners. I don't think they're going to win against the Falcons. Eagles, yeah, maybe. Texans, I don't know, man. Texans are pretty good. Then you have the Commanders. That's going to be a real test. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that game. Giants, they should win against the Giants. They're at home. Then the Bengals come to town. Bengals are hit or miss at this point. Then they get to go to Carolina, take on the Panthers. Let's call that a win. They do got to play against Andy Dalton down there. Andy Dalton ain't too bad. I don't know if the Panthers won today or not. I haven't looked at all the final scores. Then you're hosting the Bucks. Then you're up in Philly, and then you're hosting the Commanders on January 5th. So there's a chance they're going to go sub 500 this year. Look at that schedule. That schedule is rough. Like rough. Let's see. Take a look at the Lions looking forward. They had to go to overtime to beat the Rams, and the Rams suck. Then they get beat by the Bucks at home. They beat the Cardinals on the road by 7. Decent, solid win, even though we're kind of finding out the Cardinals suck too. They do beat the Seahawks at home. Then they just went on the road there. They got the Vikings next. The Vikings are undefeated. Then they get the Titans, layup, right? Easy peasy. Got to go over to Green Bay, though, on November 3rd. That's going to be a tough game. Green Bay's really good. And being down, I think, a key defensive player like Hutchinson will be tough. Then they're in Houston, take on the Texans. Then they get to play the Jaguars, play the Colts. They play the Bears, whatever. And To be honest with you, it's like the NFC North. I pretty much called it that I thought that they were going to be a really good team this year. I was like, they're not going to be bad. And I didn't have a lot of hope in the Bears, but the Bears are somehow winning. And today they won, but they beat the Jaguars. They're not beating any good teams. Anyways, real quick before this game gets going, behind me. Great, I got an update too. Let's go to the AFC East. Bills 3-2, Jets 2-3, Dolphins 2-3, Patriots are 1-5. That division sucks. Like it's god awful. I don't know. Will the Bills win it? I don't know. It's just not great. Not great at all. I'm getting fantasy alerts now. It's still all right. There we go. I just want to make sure I didn't have any other guys out. AFC West. Chiefs are 5-0. I think they're just them and the Vikings. Yeah, they're 5-0. Chiefs are on a bye week this week. Chargers 3-2. Broncos 3-3. Raiders 2-4. Chiefs are going to win this division. They always do. It's a really soft division. It's been for like the last 5 years. AFC North. Ravens 4-2. Steelers 4-2. Bengals 1-4. Browns 1-4 or 1-5. Bengals have a chance to go 2-4. I mean, this is the same division I think they all had above 500 winning percentage last year. Now they're awful. Like they all suck. Steelers getting a little, I don't know, kind of a soft schedule, but it is what it is. Ravens, they're doing their thing. And then the South, Texans 5-1, Colts 3-3, Titans 1-4, Jags are 1-5. Texans, I pretty much talked about this division. We were calling games or talking about games and whatnot. Yeah, it's their division. No problem at all. In the NFC East, Commanders 4-2, Eagles 3-2, Cowboys 3-3, Giants 2-3. I think it's the Commanders division. Really, they have the most well-rounded team. I think. I mean, watch the Giants maybe make a run, but the Cowboys, they're 0-3 at home. They're 3-0 away. I don't know, man. They give up a lot of points. And obviously the Commanders they scored 178 points. The next closest team is the Cowboys at 126. It's crazy. Yeah, so I think the Commanders are going to win that one. NFC West, you got the Niners. They're 3-3. Seahawks 3-3. Cardinals 2-4. Rams 1-4. The most meh division there is, especially with the expectation of the Niners. You really just expect them to be beating the crap out of everybody, but they've had a rough go. They really have. Then you got NFC North, Vikings 5-0, Lions 4-1, Bears 4-2, Packers 4-2. They are currently, this is the toughest division, in the league. And what do I think is going to happen? I mean, I kind of think that the Packers are going to win this. I think they're going to win the division. I mean, they scored the most points out of all these teams. They give up points, but they score a lot of points. They got a pretty good team. Their defense looked good today. Offense is definitely rolling. But, Vikings, if their defense can keep up, and Sam Darnold, I mean, they almost lost, was it last week? They had a massive lead, and then all of a sudden they couldn't get anything going to the second. They almost got. So, but I like the Packers in there. Bears can make some noise. They got a good defense as well. Lions, yeah, I mean, sure. I think they're just behind on coaching, right? Like I think that whenever they step onto the field, whoever the other coach is, they just can out coach. NFC South, Falcons 4-2, Bucks 4-2, Saints 2-4, Panthers are 1-5. That's pretty much as you see it here, it's going to be a Falcons Bucks kind of going after it towards the end. The Saints, there's no chance. I mean, they started off hot too, right? But Derek Carr got hurt. It's done. Their season's over. Let's be honest. Come on, folks. Come on. Hoping to do a Saints need a damn QB. Yeah, I think Rattler will be it, just not now. I mean, he looked okay today, but he got to play from behind. A lot of turnovers. The defense, the Saints defense gave him a lot of balls in really good field position. So I thought he looked okay, better than I predicted. Let's just say that. Lots of injuries too. Yeah, they got injury bugs, got them as well. Jalen Hurts 21 points, Alvin Kamara 14 points, Jahmyr Gibbs 10, Jake Ferguson 2. That was a bad day for Ferguson. Bucky in the flex, dude. He was so good today. I thought he was going to get one more touchdown. Then they started handing the ball off to Tucker, if I'm not mistaken. You got Sam Laporte on the bench, Herbert, Josh Downs. Josh Downs had a good day. JK is in my lineup every week. If I can't get him in my first two spots, he's in my flex. I have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Wanda Robinson to play. Yeah, I got Chase and Higgins in one of my leagues. I'm originally from Northern Kentucky, so my team's the Bengals. So I went in one of our home leagues where all my family's still back there. I actually drafted all the Bengals. So I got Jamar Chase, D. Higgins coming up. But yeah, good stuff. That's a good team. That's a solid team. I think he's better QB than Carr. He does need some experience, so we'll see. El Capitano, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know if he's better than Carr. Carr's middle of the road, right? He's a serviceable quarterback. He's not going to win you any championships. You're not winning anything with Carr. It's just the way it is. Now, when we saw him like I said, first 2 weeks, I was like, man, this guy, he's on a mission this year. And then he fell off pretty quick. It was like, okay, that's enough of that. It's over. Who is the Sunday night football game tonight? Oh, no, I already said that. It's the Giants and the Bengals. So looking forward to that game. Who do we got on Monday night? The Bills and Jets. So whoever wins that'll be first place in the AFC North or AFC East. Excuse me. I don't. They did this crap last year where they jammed so many Jets games in prime time down our throats. I'm over it. I don't care. And then of course Saleh got fired this week. Rodgers is the head coach killer essentially. He does whatever he wants. Man, those 2 weeks sold me the dreams thought the Saints could go all the way. Dude, I'm with you. I was like, hey, here we go. Just to see something crazy and to shake it all up. But yeah, man. Oh, but I'm staying up late for that game. I have to see if I win. I don't care if I have school. You're probably off tomorrow if you have school. You shouldn't have school tomorrow. It's a national holiday here. So, but yeah, I didn't stay up last week with the rain delay. I think it was Pittsburgh and Dallas. I was like, I don't even care if I win or lose. I'm going to sleep. I can't do it. It was that storm that rolled through. I was like, I'm out. I don't want to stay up. I don't want to do it. And then tonight, all I have to do tomorrow is get up, go to the gym, and then go golfing. That's all I got planned. I don't know what else I'm going to do, but that's about all, they're going to get out of me. I think I'm too far from my microphone. Am I? I got updates on this computer. Like as soon as I typed in, I'm going live. All of a sudden it's like, you know what? Here's an update. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. So, and then obviously my microphone's been screwing with me. It auto brings it down to like 30 for some stupid reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's just StreamYard. And I'm about half done with StreamYard. And I'm almost done with Spreaker as well. I don't know what I'm going to go to. We're kind of making the move where we're only on YouTube. That's the case with the SB baseball, SB fantasy football. I do the Ranger Roundup strictly audio only, and it's through Spreaker. That's who puts it out there. So, but I don't know. I think I'm just kind of done, with the low sound. It's bonkers. It's no fun. No bueno. So anyways, yeah, I probably should have brought my laptop over here and just hooked it up to that. I don't understand. It's like I got this game. It's a gaming PC I got for streaming. I was like, okay. And then when I hooked up, I don't know if it was the Stream Deck, the Go XLR, or what, but it just killed the sound. It put everything down. It's like I need not only do I need to update, I need a new freaking Windows operating software. Because this is not going to work. It's not going to work. Anyways, I think I'm about done for the day. Go catch what's this game start? Should start 7:15, right? 7:20 tonight up in New Jersey. The New Jersey Giants, New Jersey Jets. Yeah. I mean, the only team that plays in New York is Buffalo. Let me get this thing down the way. Need to finish this before I log off. And all the weather's changing around here, so my nose has been I wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning. Both nostrils are absolutely clogged. Can't breathe. So annoying. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to try to go live tomorrow on SB Fantasy, maybe for a little Monday Night Miracle action, probably around 6 if I get around to it. It just depends on how wild we go at golf. And then we should be back on schedule this week for Strikeout Beer, 8 p.m. Central Time. We'll do the SB Fantasy Football at 7, Strikeout Beer at 8, and Stars games it looks like it started. Yeah, Seattle. The Kraken is in town. Should have went to the game tonight. That would have been pretty cool. But with the Bengals playing, I want to watch the Bengals. So it is what it is. I'm out of here. You know what, guys and gals? Hope you have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Have a great holiday weekend. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Be safe. And we'll see you next time. I'm RD. I'm out of here. Adios.